Hi, my name is Ashley, and I have Crohn's disease. I was officially diagnosed December of 2020. So my symptoms really started after having my son in full-fledged. I was having issues when I was pregnant, but I just chalked it up to pregnancy. It was my first child. It was my first pregnancy. It was the first of my body changing. It was the first of, carrying life inside, growing a human. So I assumed, there's going to be some weird stuff that happened down there. So I ignored it. And I know now I know that was the wrong thing to do. I shouldn't have ignored it, but I did. Just chalking it up to pregnancy. After my son was born, it started to get worse. And then after he turned a year, it still was happening. My husband noticed that I was having issues, even my mom did, and realizing that I was spending a lot of time in the bathroom, especially after food. So they asked me if I was okay, and I said, no, not really. I don't think I'm okay. So they pushed me into the doctor. My general doctor thought that maybe it was IBS, maybe IBD. So we started treating for IBS, hoping that would subside the symptoms, but it didn't. If anything, it kind of got worse. So she sent me to a local gastro, and I saw him for the first time with my colonoscopy. I never saw him in the office. Only saw the nurse practitioner, and it was a back and forth between the nurse practitioner and the doctor, and then finally getting the info to me. They didn't know what it was. They thought maybe it was Crohn's, maybe it was UC. So they started treating it as UC. They were giving me medicine, and it was making me worse. It was making my cramps so bad, the cramping so bad, that I thought I was going to labor again. I had the worst cramps ever. So I listened to my body. I stopped taking it. Told them I'm not taking it. And it's not working. I need to try something else. And the nurse practitioner said that if I leave it untreated, that I will get cancer. I had never said anything about leaving it untreated. I just said that I didn't want to take that medicine anymore. So went back to my general doctor, told my husband, told my friend that actually has Crohn's, crazy enough, and they all said, we need to go somewhere else. We need to get a second opinion. We need to see what's really going on. So my doctor got me into a bigger hospital, one that has a IBD specialty. And I got in, got checked. After my first colonoscopy, they knew what it was. And within my second visit, I was already in talks with what was going to work. Options of different medicines, and what he thought might help, and what I thought. And within just a few months, I was on a biologic, and now I'm in remission. But getting that second opinion and listening to your own body, if I wouldn't have done that, I would probably still be taking a bunch of different pills that kept giving me, and getting worse and worse and worse. And now, because I got a second opinion and I spoke up for myself, I'm in remission. The great thing about the place that I go to now, I have access to my doctor whenever I need him, whenever I have a question. And not just him, but they give me access to a therapist. They give me access to a nutritionist. So that way, if I need help with anything, I have them at my fingertips, literally at my fingertips. I can just message them, and within a few hours, I get a response. And it's a personal response. It's not just an automated response that they'll get back to me when they can, but it's literally them messaging me back, and having that personal connection has made me feel better. Yeah, I have to drive 2 hours, but when I physically see them, but actually having a doctor listen to you and hear your concerns and actually make you heard, it's worth every penny of gas. It's worth every mile that I put on that car to get that personal care. One of the great resources that I was introduced to by my friend that has Crohn's is Girls with Guts. It's a great resource for women that have Crohn's or UC, anywhere from the beginning stages all the way to after surgery. They are very involved in anything that has to do with IBD. They get you the information. It's a great sisterhood where, they share everything that has to do with it. So knowing that you're not alone, knowing that it's not just you that's having those issues. It's not just you that has those thoughts when it comes to, the anxiety and the taboo of talking about the bathroom and what goes on in it. And then also having a really great support system at home, and having a friend that actually has Crohn's and having her in my back corner, rooting me and telling me it's okay to not have a good day, and knowing that it's going to get better, and basically explaining what certain things are when it comes to tests, to see if I'm still in remission or if I need to change something. But having that and Girls with Guts has been a really, really great support system and information. And I encourage anybody that doesn't think their treatment's working to reach out, to get that second opinion, to listen to yourself, to listen to your body. And if it's not working for you, that's okay. There's plenty of other options out there, and there will be the option for you that will put you in remission and make you feel better and make you feel whole. And it will be there. You just have to find it, and you just have the guts. You just have to have the guts to ask for it. And you do. It's already inside of you. And you can do it. You can be in remission, and you can feel better. So do it.
Ashley talks about navigating care. When you're new to inflammatory bowel disease, you're new to the healthcare system and to navigating your physician, your hospital, and your whole healthcare team. It's important to start by not ignoring your symptoms and to understand what the next step should be. You should have a healthcare team that is responsive to your needs, that you can communicate well with, and that is striving to reach the same goals that you are. A lot of this is education, and it may require finding a provider that lives outside your town. It might require finding a provider who's going to be your second opinion, who is further away, and you work with your local GI doctor as well. These are things that you will work out as you go through the process. And Ashley gives a good description of the process she went through.